today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Some people want it all, but I just don't want to deny.
It's the Indianapolis Colts.
It ain't you, baby. Ain't that true, baby? Some people want to stand just I don't.
Today we've got a matchup here in Week 7, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Slick's game.
4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You had the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. His pass left side to Downs. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down.
All right, man.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
That is just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down.
Good job.
46-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
The Chiefs hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Our first carry here for Joe Mixon.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's 2nd and 7.
No. Watch the safety.
Takes it to the 15. A flashing lead, but one of the show. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week, as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them, because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? Dang, the Raiders killing, bro.
Get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
They run once more with Taylor. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too far, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Watch that tight end. He running.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being
Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Strong in that victory a week ago.
There's a little bit of talk with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Morris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he is out of bounds. But
Fuck, man.
inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game.
We ball 24.
Points result. We'll call this play significant.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the
Yeah, that's a fumble.
So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys?
No more than that. 2nd down.
What you gonna do?
When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good
job.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Okay, running the block.
So here's a
Okay,
1st
running
and
the
10
rock, my
at the
nigga.
38. In motion left goes a tight end.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. They really wanted him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and 4.
You look at this Colt defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
He's dropped just inside the 20. In a 2nd effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
I've been through the ball away, bro.
Colts. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set it back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, they need to get back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Richardson's throw complete to Dodson. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running straight ahead, Taylor pushes past him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Shit.
Again, it's Taylor. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That complete to Downs. And he'll be thrown across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards remain on 2nd down, ball on the 10. Again, it's Richardson. And that'll fall.
Damn!
He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's
it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Richardson shotgun on third down. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
This with baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops bring up the 4th down.
And now the Colts call
I ain't falling for
here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They're struggling with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Pacheco got
last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The check.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
There he goes, left side. Well, he'll go down the number for getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now it's Morris. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now it's 2nd and 6. Here Richardson back to throw it.
Oh my!
It's incomplete.
Come on, bro.
Open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now it's Richardson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the defense are able to
I should got an interception.
of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to around the 49.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Da, 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 da.
3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quentin Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And
God damn, Pacheco!
to make sure he screens free, you got someone to tackle him.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and you got the right spot for the completion.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And result, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Oh, my God!
It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
Open man, that's the tight end flyer move.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Down carry for Henry.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Henry. Running right through him. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I don't want to hear his remote. Okay, and think about.
Henry looking for a stopped him shy of the goal line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run.
I ain't giving y'all no time to get back on the field.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Forgot to squint.
Here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense.
That was the first down.
The box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't slip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Mix it up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. To Mixon on the check down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen now.
What are y'all doing, yo?
He went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working there.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rasheed Rice, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their
And I keep that blink with me.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before it takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. This taken in by Downs. And he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down in the yard. From the gun, it's Taylor. Fights loose. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 away to the 3.
Fight.
13 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play called.
And he takes this one for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage in the turning point.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run it again with Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing
I'm
this
sure
game.
working no deal. I'm a pimp, not a simp. Dope fiends, how you think? Yeah,
Taking their
yeah.
time and making it work.
And he'll be stopped at the 46.
job.
Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football.
4 down territory.
They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. In motion left is Rice. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the job there.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Oh!
And it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he just checked that one out of bounds.
Oh, no, that would have been a pick.
He's calling out to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
His percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's blocked out short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. There was
wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Pat Fryermuth, his first touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra play by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, 73 yards. And the Colts get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. Down to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards.
I don't know, you big clock up, bro.
This will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought
There you go, Joe.
around the 37. 58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They throws it on the move, but can't connect as that ball's incomplete.
And that could have been the right run they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall right.
Could have been me.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes being chased out left.
Oh! 1st down.
The first as he slides and hits the ground. Given 12 yards on that, and earns it a first set of downs.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he'll go down.
Balls up.
For the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Yeah, we're going to get
kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And this time they are ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
what?
17 more yards on that one.
God damn, bruh.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because
That man is so hard to get in the end zone.
It's a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
About 24
And
touchdowns.
finishing after the touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he gets this one just
It's hard to believe this man ain't had a turnover yet.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Richardson out of the shotgun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Indy. 41
Throwing that bitch.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Sack that nigga.
Leo Chanel collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready. Lost the football. Put it on.
There we go.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there. Here's Colts right before ball down. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, what a move. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Then I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. A good passing attack, even though that one was incomplete. It's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
Come on, bro.
And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Jefferson moving in motion left. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. From a young line. And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's
100 rushing yards.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Richardson working from the gun. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Paxton. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a
About the way I'm low, can't get around my hill,
walked away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Okay.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one,
Hey,
I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He's hit K-Dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Forced out to his left. This is caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
That was a good play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start off the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session.
I'm glad I got an interception because bro was out here looking like fucking Peyton Manning.
They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This was our best game so far this season.
Richardson looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side is got it. And his guys are taking the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, cut their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 85 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Kansas City, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.
We was balling. Where your sister at? Hey, baby. Bye.